We're back, and Ben just had his hot chocolate, so you know it's about the end of the show. We got 3 matches left. Both of the semifinals are going on simultaneously, as well as our grand finals here for the 2K. The real reason today is special, though, is all of the different rosters. Ron put together our top 8 rosters. Let's take a look at that while we're waiting on the games to load up. I love some of these new teams. Which ones will stick? That's what I'm looking forward to tomorrow in the 5K. If we see any of these rosters kind of returning, I think that could be a great indicator for what we might see come COD Champs.
It's weird, though, because you have to, again, we mentioned this last time, you have to visualize how the trade's going to work.
Right.
For some of these rosters to work,
there's only 4 days left before that roster locks.
Roster locks 5 p.m. Eastern Wednesday. So this Wednesday coming up. The only roster so far which the trade is 100%, or at least according to Twitter, we still haven't got word from the commissioner.
100% according to social media, which has lied to us
let me rephrase that. The only trade which 100% could work as of these teams so far is the Denial to Envy trade. Saints and Zuma. As to, you know, what happens to the rest of the guys from like Jacob and Clay, because they're technically a part of Denial, right?
It would need to be a 2-for-2 trade.
So you look at that Denial team?
For Zuma and Saints to make their way to Envy, Envy needs to acquire 2 players from Denial. Of course they're going to send, Denial needs to acquire 2 players from Envy. Of course they're going to pick up JCap, but the question is, what happens to Clay? Who are the subs on Envy that could potentially be traded as well?
If you look at the teams as it is now, Clay to Prof, that means Denial would need a Prof player, but Prof would have to make a trade before that to make that possible. So you're looking at Prof to trade for basically a Classic. That's the way that would need to work. So Classic would need to go from Justice to Prof. So there's a whole kind of spider web of trades which are going to need to happen for some of these teams to end up the way they are right now.
That, of course, is all going to go down Wednesday. Ben is going to be doing the live coverage starting at 3 p.m. Eastern. Right now, though, I got a game up. Let's go to it while we wait on OpTic Gaming and FaZe to kick off. We're all ready. The players just getting some food and some drink before. But right now, here on Detroit, it is a game of Uplink. This prop squad just tied it up 1 apiece with a big win in Search and Destroy.
It was a really big win. They needed that. And now Uplink Detroit. We've seen a lot of Uplink Detroit today, I feel. It's been a very common amount. I think I've seen Biolab once.
A little bit.
Yeah, every single series, I feel like.
Biolab was in the round before quarters. So yeah, we've kind of jumped into the later half of the bracket. But right now you're seeing a great start here from the more difficult side. Parasite's able to convert for a 2-piece and then slay out the spawners.
Yeah, that's big play. Now it's just, has he got anyone supporting him on the satellite drone? Didn't look like he did, so. Rough once again, going to be slaying out from that middle map.
Now, Ben, you've been casting a whole lot more than I have. Been busy with the X Games prep. Talk to me about this side. I know people have figured out a 1-point shot from way downtown.
Yeah, you can, exactly where Parasite was double jumping to, top respawn. There's 2 different ways you can do it. You can pick up the drone, double jump, and kind of throw it off. You know the train line? You can kind of go for like a trick shot, alley-oop style kind of thing. I don't know what you basketball players would call it. But you basically bounce it off the top railing, and it connects perfectly for a 1-point. Or you can do what me and Methods were talking about earlier on. If you knee slide off it and then go for a boost after the knee slide, you can hit a 1-point shot from there.
Now, do you knee slide off of the Alice or off of...
the Alice. And to be honest, the key to the bad side on Detroit really is those 1-point throws, but Prof really coming out strong, getting 2 2-point plays. This is really unusual. You don't normally see that. You see teams as well. Maybe. Well, that's why. Really, I really would like to see Parasite
just clutch plays.
Yeah, that's the key. What a lot of teams do on the bad side is they pick up the drone and they just throw it. They just try and put some yards on it and slay. All right, especially if you have one person sneaking through the garage side. If you have one person sneak through there as the drone comes through and you throw it at the same time, that's perfect plays. But Parasite actually got that pass off in time. That's going to be another 2-point play.
Let's get it, baby. He's getting fired up.
This is an annihilation.
7-1. Bo's there doing work inside the base. You see the 2-piece. He's still inside their base. The ball, though, trying to rotate through school, and Parasite is going to lick that knife. The ball not scored yet, though, and this is big defense. Clay stops 2. Can they stop the 3rd?
EMP
and they will.
He had to EMP that. That was really poor play. I hate to say it, but that was really poor play. Parasite had an EMP available, could have used it. That completely freezes the player by the side of the drone. I think he was a little bit worried that maybe by the time he's cocked that EMP, he's picked up the drone and he's gone. But if you're going to run EMPs, you have to use them.
Still transitioning to new loadouts. Some of the players not quite familiar with their EMPs quite yet. Everyone running frags in the first 2 weeks. Then it was all stuns. Now EMP play coming out, especially in Uplink.
Cap just ran all the way to the back of his base to throw the drone out. I mean, all right, I like it, but his teammates have zero control now, I feel, over that respawn, so. Questionable.
We need another big score here from Denial.
They need to score 100%. Otherwise, for me, this is too much of a mountain to climb. I can't see this lineup of Prof.
5 seconds left, not happening. Done.
There's that throw uptown.
7-3 at the half.
Yo, Bose, that was so nasty in their base, dude.
Bose has become a monster. Really,
He's
a lot of
really
people
good.
blamed him for the lack of success from OpTic Nation. After leaving that squad, we've seen nothing but success. He went 4-2 in the Pro League with OpTic Gaming.
Yep.
He looked very good at UMG Orlando playing with the Synergy guys, and now filling in very well with this Prof squad. You gotta like the new combination of this old United members coming together.
I'm curious to see if they do stick. I think that's definitely one of the more difficult trades to figure out if that was to happen. Of course, Embos is set as a sub for OpTic Gaming. I mean, that's a relatively easy trade, I feel.
Yeah, that's the easiest.
Who doesn't want to be a sub on OpTic Gaming? Realistically, Bose has so much value to his position that it's going to be pretty simple. And it's easy as well because you're not trading for a starter. You're just trading straight away for a sub.
You can see right now, this is the Denial lineup. Attach and Replays. Replays playing under KJAP in this game, playing now with Classic and JCap in tonight's 2K. Meanwhile, we're going to jump into the other match. We'll keep you updated of what's going on here in Game 3. It's a swing game, so regardless of who wins, there will be another. But to start this one off, we got Aches from FaZe. He's playing with Slasher, his teammate, and potentially new teammates in Enable and Miracles. Another very tricky scenario, though, to make this team actually happen, at least for Season 1 play.
Yeah, this one, definitely a tricky one.
You got a player from Elevate and Miracles that would need to come over, and a player from Justice.
And I don't think it's going to be basic trades either. Looking at who Sensor and who Apathy were playing with today, I mean, they were Prof players, right? They were playing with FaZe and Legal. So for that to work out is definitely going to be some Wuju magic going on. But OpTic Gaming starting off strong, picking up the early time here on the first hill of Hardpoint.
I don't think we're going to see Fears and Legal end up with Apathy and Sensor, though. If you look at today's results, they went out in the round of 16 to Echo.
They did.
So that, they are not going to be happy with that performance. I see a new lineup coming in for tomorrow. We'll just have to wait and see what that lineup is.
Apparently, Stunner announced that their champs team will be Perplexed, Vex, Fears, and Legal. So they've already figured out their champs team. So Fears and Legal have both eliminated themselves from this whole having just one team. So they're the first two players to come out and say, hey, I'll have two teams. I don't mind. I'll play in the league. I'll make a different team for COD champs.
Huh. It'd be interesting to see if any moves are made, because right now Aware has 3 of those Prof players, including Vex and Perplex.
That's a good point. I was just thinking that. Aware definitely, and especially considering how their roster right now is pretty much broken in two. If they trade for, that's going to be...
We'll talk about that after the game. Right now, though, you can see 33-26. OpTic Gaming with a very small advantage. Formal and Crim 6, though, clearing house. Crim with the 3-piece. Formal cleaned up the 4th there on Slasher.
And already that rotation comes in. Formal ready and waiting. Someone to challenge. There's going to be one player that cleans him up. Now needs his teammate support, and that will be coming in very shortly. 45-28 and growing for OpTic Gaming. Big starts from a lot of these players. Actually, interesting, Aches.
I'm wondering what's going on with this OpTic team, because they lost their hardpoint to Team Caliber. Looking very comfortable in the first half of this, but remember, OpTic was up 60-some, it was like 67-32 before TK started their comeback. We'll see if OpTic can finish strong this time.
Yeah, the hardpoint today has definitely been questionable, as Slasher picked up 2, nearly found the 3rd. Miracle's going to be on that hill. Picks up the 2nd kill in a row. Looking for more. Nate is going to kill him.
Can we watch more miracles in this game? Because I
I'm
really
so glad you
haven't
said that.
got a chance to watch this guy since Black Ops 2.
Honestly, you'll be so impressed. It's weird. Black Ops 2, he was a fantastic player.
He was one of the best
Ghosts-
MSMCs in the game.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, Ghost, he definitely had a pretty poor season. I feel like he wasn't one of those household names, right? He just really kind of fell off the map, if you will.
I think after not qualifying for champs, everyone just kind of forgot about him and Killer.
Exactly. And I think as much as I hate it, because I would love to see, you know, that Miracles Killer duo try and revitalize and live long and prosper, the best thing Miracles could do in my mind is split away from Killer right now.
Yep.
Try and go out by himself. And if he can land on a team like this, that's going to be huge for him. It really will. Enable, Slasher, and Aches, three of the the top slayers that you can kind of think of, and just generally better players on the game. You add Miracles to that lineup, and from Hardpoint today, they've looked very, very good.
This is OpTic's Hardpoint Hill. Out of all of the maps, out of all of the hardpoints, I feel like this is the one that they always go clutch on. Regardless of their position in the game, they can completely turn the tide with a full 60-second chunk. It's really Crim6 and Scump that get the job done, and with Formal and Nadeshot cycling in and out. The question, though, is how do they rotate this time?
Formal just destroyed Aches on a double jump. That is crazy headshot accuracy from Formal. To be able to pick up that kill, that is ridiculous. And Formal playing out of his mind today. He carried in that Search and Destroy Game 5 against Team Caliber, and 18 and 12, 19 and 12 to keep things off a 4 streak right now. And look at his awareness. He's just anticipating plays to be all around him.
I mean, OpTic's just been on. It was a few sloppy moments in the CTF game against Team Caliber. Other than that, they've looked pretty solid. Honestly, not as dominant as some of their previous tournaments. I don't know what it's been today, whether the competition is getting better or if they're just, not hitting all their shots.
I was gonna bring that up. Whether we saw Hardpoint kind of evolve in Black Ops 2, whether teams now kind of adjusting to how OpTic play, because OpTic are a team who don't necessarily always rotate early. They can kind of rely on their gun skill. And one thing you will kind of note is, maybe not necessarily on this next hill, but I think OpTic are starting to try and adapt their playstyle from online to LAN. Because how we saw their online gameplay work at UMG, especially on day 1, it catastrophically failed. It didn't work. It didn't translate very well. So in their mind, I think they're thinking, all right, how can we play it, which is going to be more consistent and a lot more reliable when it relates over to LAN gameplay.
Solid shots from Nade there. You see the cleanup from Crim. Crim with another 2-piece, just turned and burned Enable. He was jumping the opposite direction, turns, picks up the kill inside that bottom floor, and now Nadeshot is going to get a good chunk of time. Crim continuing to cover on a big spree. That is his 3rd in a row.
Going to be hunting for more players. Connects.
So he gets 6 on this spree. Because I knew he was getting 5.
Oh my
Yep,
Lord.
he does. 6 spree already, and he's got more players
7.
challenging. Just feed the Crimbot right now. He
He's
is all over that kill feed.
He's like a hungry hippo on kills. He's just desperate for more. He's going to... Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought he was going to connect with that one as well. But again, Nadeshot, double negative. Almost, at least, double negative. And I feel, in a game like this, as it is right now, where Formal and Crim are just going off and they're killing everything, you can kind of get away with it, right? But in a game like how it was against Team Caliber, where TK are slaying and, you don't have players just going ham, you can't do that. But having said that, look at Aches. Over double negative.
Yeah.
11 and 26.
I was looking at that and I was like, who is the Theory in this match? Because Theory, if you guys missed the OpTic TK matchup, was just going off. He was dropping 40 bombs off to really hot starts every single game. You look over here and really the only player positive is Miracles. Everyone else, even in Aches' case, double neg.
Wow. Aches is having an absolute shocker. He's a player who loves to step up. He loves playing against OpTic Gaming. He has his whole career. But, yeah, not going to beat this OpTic Gaming lineup with performances like 12 and 29. That's just not going to cut it, especially when, you've only got 3 minutes left. I mean, look at that lead now. Almost 100 points. That just shows you the difference kills make.
Here you see
There's
two of
no
the
way
best grouping of
no way they
Slayers
come
that
back.
you could possibly put together.
Do you know what this FaZe team needs? Another old Halo player. That's what they need if they're going to compete.
Formal and Enable are already in this match, as well as Crim.
That's what I'm saying. They need another one. OpTic already have 2. FaZe need another one.
There isn't a 4th, man. There isn't a 4th who succeeded. Sniped down, went back to the Halo sticks.
Damn it. That's what they need. I'm telling you. Maybe you should convert.
I'm in. Except I don't have the right thumbstick talent that these guys do. I got 2 left thumbs. They're both very good at moving my body. Nade shot inside. I mean, he's doing his role. This is kind of what we always see from him.
Again, he can get away with it.
Didn't get
especially
the kills, so you got to get at least one there.
Especially because Aches is just almost triple neg.
100-point advantage for OpTic Gaming at this point. You know they're screaming for the 250. Let's watch it happen.
I don't even know why I'm looking at
yeah.
He's going to get
You're showing Aches get his 14th and 15th kill. That's what Formal was doing minute 3. Crimp 6.
That's really depressing because that's true.
It is.
That's a really good point. Oh, wow. That's ridiculous. But again, you know, OpTic Gaming looks so strong in Hardpoint. It's weird to see them lose to TK on one of their stronger Hardpoint maps and then come back and just obliterate a team who I think has been essentially custom made to go toe-to-toe with OpTic Gaming.
Nice shots at range. Nade shot cleans up both of them with the ASM-1. Scumpy, meanwhile, watching the left street, 7 points away from OpTic Gaming, closing this one out and keeping FaZe under 120. Not a 100-point club, but just as good in my eyes. 250 to 118. OpTic making a statement in the opening game here in their best of 5, the semifinals, right here on MLG.TV. While we take a look at the final stats here from OpTic and FaZe, let's jump over to the action. It's CTF. It's still tied 0-0 in the first round. We got Parasite and the boys from Prophecy going up against Denial on retreat.
I'm coming up, y'all.
It's 3. Let's get attached.
He's on fire, going in lobby. Dead.
Let's go.
I'm pulling.
They're gonna OE. They're gonna OE.
Hey, what am I? Can they be towels or lobby?
Nah. One towels. One's gonna be towels. He's gonna go towels or lobby.
He's right back. Respawn.
Big win on this kid. Let's go.
Come on, get
3
that.
dead. Let's get classic. Get that cap.
Nice shot.
Fucking go, baby. We're winning this series. Let's go. I'm top.
Back left rock. There's bottom lobby. I'm one shot. I can't flag. You gotta stay alive, Chris. There's 2.
I'm pulling it to you.
Oh, 2 pull.
Ben,
2
I
pull,
gotta
3
say,
pull.
I love
pull.
the addition of Clayster. Just
Yep,
the communication-wise to this prop squad. It's something that no one on that team had. Fears and Legal. Maybe you see sparks of excitement. Parasite gets a little bit wound up, but never to the level that Clayster brings.
Do you think that could potentially put Parasite in his place? With Clay being overwhelmingly, you know, communicative or just talking all the time, do you reckon that could put Parasite a little bit more in his place so he won't go off? Because that was the problem when you look at that prof team.
There was downtime for him to vent.
Exactly. That's all he could do. Whereas Clay is the type of player who's just going to tell Chris to just shut up.
Shut up and call out.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what he's going to say. And I don't think Parasite can reply to that.
Especially not when you're playing for $1 million. Roster mania happening. 4 days left before the roster's officially locked for Season 1 playoffs. 12 teams in Season 1. 8 will move on to the playoffs. The other 4 playing in the up and down matches. Meanwhile, everyone else thinking another step ahead. COD Champs at the end of March coming up. And right now, this prof squad really rolling. They've put 2 in the last 2 minutes. It was all tied up at the 3-minute mark, and now with 60 seconds to go, they could go for a 3rd flag here, Ben.
They have just started to destroy Denial. It's not even looking fair at this point. I think kill-wise, that kill feed has just all been this Prophecy lineup.
Cap going big rock. Cap going left big rock.
Yeah, I see him.
Middle, our bottom lobby. I just seen the lobby. Pulling. One shot, you.
Big win on the kid pulling.
Alright, let's go.
He's gap. Rotating back. Going back to backstabs. Big win. Huge win. Let's go, baby. Classic and cap. Last 2. Classic and cap.
Mid map. I think our OE. He just hit towels. 2 of them towels. Look at towels.
I'm looking at our lobby.
Towel's dead. I'm gonna go for a pull. I'm going for a pull.
17 seconds left. He's going for the pull, baby.
So Prophecy's actually down 1-2.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So
They lost that uplink game.
They were ahead in that uplink game too, so they kind of checked that a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. So they need this win here on CTF.
Did you see that fucking 2-piece on the
Dude,
flag?
that shit was dirty.
You can hear the old Embo's Clayster coming back in. All right, so that is the 2-0 start to the game. We'll give you guys the results of that CTF. Quick 30-second commercial break. When we return, we'll be jumping into Search and Destroy and into Biolab with OpTic and FaZe.